Where do you park your motorbike? Just in case you're wondering, Prep 2. Yeah, I lost my hat. Had to get a new one. Anyway, I'm in Chan Chan. This is an ancient archaeological site near the coast, just outside Trujillo. And yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm gonna have a wander around and find out what's here. But already it's quite amazing, in some kind of maze of a city. All right, are you ready for a little history lesson? Based entirely on what I have read in my little Welcome to Chan Chan information book. Apparently, it's the largest mud city in the world. And what else did it say? Before, in pre-Hispanic time, it was the biggest city in Peru. Well, it wasn't Peru then, but so like bigger than Machu Picchu or anything. And it is really big. And I've been through lots of ceremonial places, and those little pelicans, which symbolize something. It suggests the pelicans in various postures suggest a connection with nature and the environment, which was essential for agrarian societies. There we go. Yeah, amazing place. Almost forgot to say, Chan Chan means sun, sun. Fantastic tower to get a good idea of what it's like and how big it is. The tower's only a month old, it seems. And you can see how close it is to the sea. Just a couple of kilometers, I guess. And yeah, get a feel of really how big it is. And from Chan Chan, it was just a short drive to Juan Chaco, where I could enjoy the sea a little.
Está muy feo, ojalá que se vea. Y así,
Gracias.
11, esta y esta.
Y-
La bolsita.
Por favor, sí. ¿Y cuál es su nombre?
Esther,
Esther.
Esther,
Esther.
Esther.
Gracias, Esther.
Mira. ¿Usted?
Henry.
Henry.
Henry, como Enrique.
Ah, como
Es más fácil,
más
sí.
fácil. Ah, ya. Muchas
Gracias, muchas gracias, Esther. Gracias.
Gracias.
Por eso. Day 81. I have not made it around the world, just to the sea. Today I'm going to drive north, almost to the very northmost point of Peru, Piura, and then that'll be almost it for Peru. Ecuador in a few days. So here's my entire drive through Peru. I've spent almost 6 weeks here, driving from the south of Peru, from the Chilean border, all the way north, and this episode's gonna end in Cuenca in Ecuador. I only just noticed that this has fallen off at some point. No idea where. Oh well, not gonna be welding it on, I have to get a new one. So I've left my bike to be fixed. They're just sorting out the center stand so I can do stuff. It needs to be fixed. They're welding some random bits and pieces, and just going for a little walk, find some food, and it's a lovely atmosphere actually. It's Christmas Eve. So the center stand is really useful for lifting the bike up so you can do little maintenance things, but the leg broke about 2 weeks ago. The lovely mechanics here are welding some kind of leg and lever onto it. Da-da-da. Oh, it's on video. Slightly mutant, but let's see how it goes. I'm not convinced I can lift the bike up by myself, but yeah. I then continued my drive to Mancora, where they had some pretty great ceviche, but there was a little bit of a problem in town. It's my last day in Peru, unfortunately, and I was planning to spend it sitting peacefully on the beach, maybe having an ice cream, but there's no one on the beach, not a single person, because the sea's gone a bit crazy. I asked someone about it, and he said it happens every year, same time of year for 3 days. I wonder what if they knew that, then why don't they block up their shops and stuff? But anyway, so I'm gonna have to find something else to do other than watching the sea be crazy. Woohoo! The next day I left Mancora and headed up the coast, the last little bit of drive in Peru before reaching the border. And I think I should have cleaned the lens here, sorry about the quality. Not much to say about this border crossing. A lot of waiting, a couple of stamps, looking at the bike. I'm in Ecuador now, that's the important thing. And this is actually the first new country that I've been to so far on this trip. Brazil, Bolivia, Chile, Peru. 5th country, but the first new one. So exciting. The first town I arrived at in Ecuador was Santa Rosa, where I arrived pretty late, so didn't see much. But the next day, I headed out of my very secure parking into this little market, which seemed to be selling things ready for New Year's Eve, which was only 2 days away, and headed deeper into Ecuador towards Cuenca. Before that, though, I just had to stop at this restaurant for some reason. At first, the drive from the border was pretty boring highways, but I soon turned off the main road through these banana plantations. Then the road got a whole lot more interesting, driving through the mountains, through the forests, and through the rain. And then, as is becoming kind of normal, through the fog as well. Hola, I am in Cuenca. Just walking from my lovely hostel, which is in a really nice area, it seems. Walking to a little park now and looking for some food. Second Ecuadorian meal after my fish and onion soup this morning, and I forgot what this is made of. But it has been freshly made by Luz downstairs, and then I've got a drink that's got cloves and canela, cinnamon in it. It's really nice. Very, very thick and yeah, almost like a porridge. This whole street had little restaurants on it with grills outside, freshly making these little pancakes, dough balls and different things. Ese y choclo. Sí, dos, muy rico. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Well, I'm having a great day. I've just got this. I think she'd call it espuma. It's made of eggs and guava, apparently.
Y vergeleñas.
Wow.
Mira. Delincuentes de la cárcel.
And on the short walk back to my hostel, I stumbled across this art centre of some sort where they were preparing all these models for New Year's Eve.
Esto es...
Este es el que le cogió a Fito, el capitán.
Ajá. Ah,
sí.
El policía.
¿Qué policía?
Es para uma parado, para uma... Ajá. Wow.
Es un ave fénix.
¿Sí? Increíble.
Una funcionaria pública.
O importante.
El alcalde de Cuenca.
Ok.
Policías. Policías.
Nossa, incrível. Muito trabalho.
Mucho.
Nossa.